Sat Sri Akal ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ. Thank you very much for joining us today. You are watching Your Voice, Your Story, and today we have Karan Sanghera, who is here as a real legend for all females and football staff, and she is an amazing person. So hi, welcome Karan.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's really nice to see you today. So Karen, you are quite an inspirational young lady. You have actually inspired me too. So you play football, and can I just ask how you started in football and what your role is right now?
So I started football because my dad's been in the sports for many years. So he started off playing when he was quite young, and then he got a bit of a knee injury. So instead of playing, he continued into a different pathway of coaching. So he had the experience for many years, and then I would always go to his training sessions and go to his matches. I would always play and kick about football with the subs while he was trying to organise the match and his tactics. And slowly afterwards, my mum said, well, he wanted to retire and stop grassroots coaching. My mum was like, no, you've got a daughter, let's get her involved in sports and become active. So that's when he took over as a coach when I was 16 for the first female team that was in Gravesend. And then slowly I kind of watched how training sessions were made, and I wanted to then get involved into the coaching aspect. So that's when I started my level 1 at 18. So I remember on my 18th birthday, I had attended the course from 9 to 5, learning how to do training sessions and like the principles of coaching. And then from there, that kind of journey started on to more qualifications. And then currently I'm coaching at Punjab United, and I'm the first female head coach for one of their youth sides. So I do the under-17s. Last year we did a crazy, incredible achievement of winning a double. So not only did we win the league, but we won the Shield competition, and that's the first youth win for Punjab United in 23 years.
Thank you. That's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about Punjab United? I came across it the other day and I was quite surprised that it sounds like you just said it's been running a long time. Where are they located? Is it for males and females now, or is it more heavily dominated with males?
So it's based in Gravesend. If anyone that knows around the area, is in Kings Farm. So it's in a very like council estate, but people are not aware of where we're located. But I think their presence on social media has been quite huge, and people are now aware of who we are. It's mainly a first team, so they're in step 4, I believe. And we have a huge youth section of 12 club teams. So it goes from the first team to the 23s. We've got an academy base for children who finish their GCSEs or want to continue to sixth form. They then have that aspect of education while also studying education as well as playing football. And we also got a huge youth setup, and we've got one female team at the, I believe it's under 15s.
Oh, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, over the years it's grown quite a lot. A lot of management want to get involved, a lot of volunteering. So it's a very good, huge family-based football club, and everyone that's involved are wanting to get their children involved in sports, but also want to help out and volunteer too. It's a very good community atmosphere.
Okay, that's really good. Now, you've also said that you have had some achievements too. You've been a double award winner as a club. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the current team that I'm with, I started getting involved when they were under 15. So my dad had the team originally. He then wrote his philosophy and taught how the players how to be as a team and work together. And over the years, I then got involved. So he had them when they were under 14s. I took over under 15, just to volunteer and assist him. So he was a manager. I then became the assistant. So that's when I kind of got to learn more from his knowledge and get more understanding of the players, how they play, how the team works together. And then we were 1 point off from winning the league. So we were super close to finally getting to the line, but unfortunately there was a 1 or 2 games that didn't go our way, and we had missed out. So I think from the following pre-season, I then took over as the head manager, and then he became my assistant. And we then brought in a few more players. We progressed the team, and I think the kids learned from the season before that we can't not let go of the opportunities. So we've got to learn from what happened last year and improve from it. So they had a really good mindset on staying every game very composed and not letting anything get to their heads, so that they just took game by game, and we ended up winning the league with one game in hand. We then went on to another competition, which we were a division below. So these players were more experienced and they hadn't been in the league for much longer. So we took it as a learning opportunities. We'll go out there, play our football. If we win, that's great. If we don't, that's fine, because we're going to learn from it. 3 games into it, we end up getting to the finals, turn up to the finals, and we played with 10 men, which was crazy to think about. And we pretty much parked the bus, and after 45 minutes from the second go, we won a shield competition, and we won the first ever double for Punjab United.
Wow.
Hanji Karanvir, nice to know you. ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਣ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਇੰਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, ਗ੍ਰੇਵਜ਼ੈਂਡ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਏਰੀਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ, ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਅਡਲਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਲਡਰਲੀ ਹੈਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਏਰੀਆ ਉਹ। ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ, ਗ੍ਰੇਵਜ਼ੈਂਡ ਕੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ, ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ। ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਐਜ਼ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਵੂਮਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕੁਛ ਅਚੀਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫਾਦਰ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਫਾਦਰ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੇਟੀ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਏਰੀਏ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਪਲਾਨ ਹੈ? what are you planning to do next, Karanvir?
So currently, my football team is with the under-17s. So I want to continue the season and hopefully take it game by game and see if we can win again and progress. I'm currently doing my UEFA B qualification in football. So this allows me to continue and progress into academy if I wanted to. But I plan to stay at Punjab United because it's a very fantastic football club. And then from there we can see what the future holds.
Very nice. ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅੱਛਾ। ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਚੀਵ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਹੌਬੀਜ਼ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਪਸ ਜਾਂ ਡ੍ਰੀਮਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਲਈ?
Yeah, like I said, I want to finish my qualification course that then allows me to coach other females. I know in Punjab United we only have one goodies team at the age of 15, and they tend to struggle quite often because a lot of Gudiya are going to high leagues because the pathway that England, the Football Association, has made allows them to go into high leagues and get that experience to become more professional. But the club wants to push more girls team out there, and we want to see the success of all the South Asian players in Gravesend. And we know that there's a huge community of Korean that will go to Punjabi school on the weekends, but then they also want to play football. So I want to create an outlet that allows other Korean in the community to see that there's education, but there's also sports, and it's acceptable to go into football and coach and manage if that's something that they want to do if they're not able to play anymore.
That's really nice. That's really nice. How do you influence the young generation that are coming into Punjabi schools? Do you feel that there's any biases by parents that it should be played by boys, or do you feel they're quite open to allow girls to play?
I think when I was younger, I think there was a huge push of we need to get children to Punjabi school, or Saturday mornings where you need to go to Punjabi school and that's what your first attendance were. Whereas for boys, it was mainly if you want to play football, that's okay. That it was very common. But I think with the success of the women lionesses and how they push for more women to get into football, I think that's made a huge made it acceptable in our community to allow females to now get into playing football, and we're getting them into football, but how are we progressing them further? It's very tough to become a professional footballer, especially in the men's game, but women's, it's becoming allowing them the pathway. But if they don't want to play anymore, then there are other roles within sports. Like you can become a manager, you can start doing coaching, you can be a referee if you want to. So I think that awareness is not there yet. I think we're one foot in, but we're not progressing further, whereas other communities are. Managers don't recognize that they're speaking to a female, or the other opposition's a female. So that's how I abbreviate my name from Karanvir to Karen, so that it sounds more feminine and they're aware who they're speaking to. But sometimes, even when you go to away games, the first approach to speak to the opposition would be go to the first male that you see, which they assume would be my dad. So even from that, and I really appreciate that my father would always say, no, she's over there, she's the manager, go speak to her and get all the tea. So that's when they kind of are shocked to see, oh, okay, there's a female coaching it. Or we've been very successful in the way that we play, so we always end up, most of our games we end up winning. So then afterwards they'll speak to me or make comments like women are very good at admin, that's why we don't have any problems with apps. Or when you're adding in numbers, that's why you can see that you're doing it better than us. Or even like the way that people speak, the manners. I had a coach once, he would boast about how his team's doing very successfully in the league, and then I would say, yeah, that's fine, not a problem. But at the end of the game, he would just walk over, shake my hand and walk away. He wouldn't say anything, which is, but if it was a male opposition manager, they may have a conversation or continue talking. So it's kind of like, we're accepting females to be in these situations, but you also need to give respect to whoever you're speaking to. You wouldn't do that to a male colleague, so why are you doing it to a female?
ਸੋ ਇਟਸ ਨਾਟ ਜਸਟ ਲਾਈਕ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੋਈ ਲੜਕੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਚੀਵ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟਸ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਯੂਕੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿਮਿਲਰ ਜਿਹਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਹੈ, ਮੇਲ ਡੋਮੀਨੇਟ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਹੈ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਛ ਵੀ ਅਚੀਵ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਸੋ ਮਤਲਬ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਫੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਸੋ ਹਾਂਜੀ।
I think that gives them a lot of confidence, because when I go over to speak to people or they talk about it, I think that what kind of builds your wall to talk to people, so you're aware for next time situations, or you kind of are aware of people, and then you can just avoid them in a way. And it builds character.
So I mean very nice, ਹਾਂਜੀ। ਬਹੁਤ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਰਹੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗਿਵ ਅਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਈਆਂ, ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਲੜਕੀ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੱਲ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਕਦੀ ਗਿਵ ਅਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਮਰਜੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਰਜੀ ਐਨਵਾਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਵੇ। ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉਸ ਏਰੀਏ ਨੂੰ ਐਪਰੀਸ਼ੀਏਟ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਸਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਉੱਥੇ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਆ, ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਵੀ। ਸੋ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਆ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ, ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੀ ਬੇਟੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਬੇਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਕਰੇਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ, ਹਰ ਬੇਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਇਹੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹੂੰਗੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ। ਔਰ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਫਾਦਰ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੋਲ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਰੋਲ ਨਿਭਾਇਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਐਜ਼ ਏ ਗਾਈਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ, ਔਰ ਐਜ਼ ਏ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤੁਰੇ, ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ ਆਏ, ਤੇ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੇਰ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ, ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਣਾਂਗੇ। ਤੇ ਅਮਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਕੋ ਹੋਸਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਈਕੋਥੈਰੇਪਿਸਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਆ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲਿਆ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਰਨਵੀਰ, ਹੋਪ ਟੂ ਸੀ ਯੂ ਅਗੇਨ। Thank you, Omar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sasri Kaal, Sasri Kaal ji.